friends. Welcome to our first Improviassance virtual show. I'm Mr. Parker, and we are so glad you could join us. Our 2020 Improviassance troupe is made up of Ethan and Noah, Lisi, Alexa, Jillian, Michael, and Mai. Now, even though this is a virtual show, we still need you guys to be involved. We need your suggestions in order to play our games. Our Zoom masters, Mr. Richards and my student teacher, Ms. Dreyer, will be monitoring the chat feature where you can type in suggestions as we ask for them. Now, don't be shy. They will pick suggestions and announce them to our players. Michael will be providing some virtual audience effects to help us keep up the energy. Like this. Awesome. So, are the members of Improviassance ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get this party started. We'll open our show with a game called ABC. Now, this is for all of Improviassance, all 7 members, and each line they say must start with the next letter of the alphabet. So if they say the wrong letter or take too long to think of something, I'll ring the improv bell, and that player is eliminated. The first round of the game ends when the remaining players have gone through the entire alphabet and ended up back on the letter they started. Then we'll go to round 2, which is harder. For this round, they will have to begin the first 2 words of their line with the 2 consecutive letters in the alphabet. If there are any players left over after round 2, we'll go on to round 3. Now, I'll be announcing the letters they have to use to help keep them on track. So can I have a location that they could be in as they do this game? Type in your suggestions. A location.
A location.
Seeing a carnival.
A carnival. Great. We'll take that one. You guys are at a carnival. Now we need a beginning letter. A letter to start their game with. Give me a letter of the alphabet. There are 26 of them.
P.
P. P. The letter is P. The location is a carnival. So we'll get started first with Alexa and Ethan. Okay? Get ready and let's play ABC. P.
Pretzels are the best part of the carnival.
Q.
Queen, really? You know it's the trapeze artists.
R.
Really? Really? The trapeze artists? No way.
S.
Stop it. I can't believe you're doing this to me right now. Not after what Jared did.
T.
Trayvon, you just need to get over Jared.
U.
Usually I would, but he was different.
V.
Very strange of you to say. I don't think he was different at all.
W.
Wow. Way to have no concern for my emotions.
X.
Xanax is what you need, because you need to calm down.
Y.
You know what? Drug me up.
D.
Zam, I think I will.
Zam? No.
That's a word.
That's a Zam.
Alexa, by the way, is the champion of this game. That's okay. Ethan, you are the winner of that round. We'll move Ethan and Jillian. And we left off with the letter Z. So, Jillian, you start. Z at a carnival.
Zeke is my best friend. He could help you.
A. Ethan.
Oh, sorry. All right. Get him over here.
B.
Better watch out. He's sneaky.
C.
Careful. He looks kind of big.
D.
Don't interrupt my talking like that.
E.
Eventually, he's just going to come over here and plow right through me.
F.
Frogs. He really likes them.
G.
Gosh, I didn't know that.
H.
Heck, everyone knows that he likes frogs.
I.
I obviously didn't.
J.
Just talk to Zeke. He'll make you feel better.
K.
You know what? I would love to talk to Zeke.
L.
Let me go get him.
M.
My, oh my, you are gorgeous.
N.
No, he is beautiful.
O.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right. He is beautiful.
And back to where we started. P.
Pretty sure he'd love to hear you say that.
All right, great. Round 1 is done. We're still with Ethan and Jillian. Now we go to round 2. Letters, consecutive letters have to be the first 2 words that they say. So we need a new starting letter. Let's have some suggestions for a new starting letter.
Oh, let's see. G.
G. G is a great letter to start with.
Still in the carnival?
Right?
And it'll go GH, IJ, and so forth. Now we need a new location, Mr. Ryder.
New location.
Richard, a new
How about a zoo?
A zoo. Excellent. A zoo. So starting now, round 2, you have to do 2 letters in a row. And we're at a zoo. And we'll start off with Ethan. GH.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out. Where is the location?
We are at a zoo.
Zoo.
Ooh, okay.
And GH. And Ethan will start. Begin.
Gee, how do they get all these animals in here?
IJ.
I just don't know. There's so many.
KL.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, Jillian is now the champion, and Lisi is next. And we'll start off with JK. JK and Lisi, you'll start. Still at a zoo. JK.
Is Jillian starting?
You are.
Oh, okay, sorry. Jambalaya kangaroos, look at those.
LM.
Look, man, they're huge.
NO.
No, obviously they're small little baby ones.
PQ.
Pretty quick they are.
RS.
Really speedy fast, just like my grandma running away from Santa Claus.
PU.
3 undersized penguins are coming towards us.
VW.
Yeah.
All
Gosh
right.
dang it.
Jillian is still the champion. We move on to Mai. And we're at VW. Mai, you have to start. Still at the zoo.
Mai, unmute yourself.
Mai. On mic. There you go. Mai. VW. Go.
Very well. Let those penguins come.
VW. XY.
Xander, you love penguins, don't you?
DA.
Zap them as.
How am I winning?
I can't
It's
Jillian
so
is still
hard.
there. All right. So now it is Jillian and Michael.
Yeah, let's go.
Moving down the list.
And we are ZA. ZA. And you'll start, Michael, at the zoo. ZA. Go.
Xander, actually, my name is Chris.
BC.
Barn doors are no.
Yes! Goes down in flames. And now Michael with Noah. We are still at BC. And Noah, you have to start. We're still at the zoo. Go for it.
Before carnivals, they only had zoos.
DE.
Darn, even though my dad used to own a carnival.
FG.
Frank Gosling also had one.
And finally, GH.
Oh,
Don't you mean HI?
HI, yes. Sorry.
heck, I'm gonna be a zoo owner.
Okay. Now we'll go to round 3.
Oh,
Round 3.
Oh, no.
3 consecutive letters.
who's ready for
Oh,
carnival?
I should have
rest?
purposely lost.
We need you to suggest another starting letter. What is it going to be?
Let's do I.
I.
I
It is. Okay. And a new location. Suggest one.
The bathroom.
The bathroom. Everyone's favorite room in the house. Okay, here we go. The bathroom. Starting off with I. So it's IJK, LMN, and so forth. So, Michael, you'll start. The bathroom.
Okay.
IJK. Go.
I just know that I'm gonna use the bathroom in approximately 2.5 minutes.
LMN.
Let me not do that with you.
OPQ. OPQ.
Over persuading queens in the bathroom.
Okay, kind of a fragment. That's okay. RST.
Really, Steven Tyrell, you're gonna talk about the queens like that?
UVW.
Oh.
And Noah is our champion. Yay! Put some applause there. Yay!
I'll take my check now.
Okay. It's in the mail. All right. Our next game is called Press Conference. In this game, Noah, our champion for the last game, will be giving a press conference while Ethan, Jillian, and Michael are reporters.
Yeah.
Questions. Now, the problem is that Noah doesn't know who he is.
Oh.
His job is to figure out his identity from the questions he has to answer.
Oh.
So if we can ask Noah to take out his earbuds, turn his volume down so he can't hear us, awesome. Great.
Here.
So we need some suggestions from you as to what unusual person Noah is, and let's make him the first person to do something weird, like the first person to marry a cat. So let's see what we got for suggestions.
Ooh.
Who do we have?
Waiting for a couple more to come in. We have the first person to marry a fish.
The first person to marry a fish. All right. So that's what Noah is, the first person to marry a fish. Thank you for that suggestion. Okay. Noah, you're back up.
Right.
And let's start our press conference. So, Noah, the reporters are ready to take your questions? Here we go.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming to my wonderful garden in my basement. Does anybody have any questions so far? Yes, Red Hat, you.
Yes, okay. Marine biologist here, Bartholomew the 56th. My question is, why? Why? Out of all things, why?
Because I just enjoy it. What can I say? It's my mantra.
Yes.
Let's see what else. Yes, you and the tooth.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I am a linguistics expert from Harvard. And I would just, I'm very curious how you interpret all just the blubs.
Well, you know, I like to pick up the traits of Aquaman. I like to think being the first person that can translate fish is
not
my style. Okay, can we get Crown Girl over here?
Hello, this is Courtney from Underwater Weekly, and I was just wondering, with such a strong relationship, does it ever get controversial between the two of you when you have seafood, or do you eat it at all?
I'm aware that me being the first person to ever marry a fish.
Yay!
I understand the controversies of thank you. I understand the controversies of, you know, dealing with the fish food, dealing with the blubs, dealing with the other stuff. But nevertheless, I'm proud to say that she lives in my garden. We have a happy, healthy relationship, and thank you so much for coming here.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great job. Okay. And great suggestions. Okay. Our next game is called Interrogation. Now, in this game, we will ask Lisi to turn her mic down so she can't hear.
1 second.
Gotcha.
Now, Lisi has committed a murder. She is willing to confess to the crime, but she cannot remember anything about it. Now, if her interrogators, Alexa and Mai, can let her know the details of the crime, she will confess. So, we need to know 3 things about her crime that you have to give us in suggestions. The first is, who did Lisi murder? Now, it can be a real person or a fictional person. Let's have some suggestions. Who did she murder?
Ooh.
Real or fictional?
Seeing Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, that's great. Dr. Seuss. She killed Dr. Seuss. You guys know Dr. Seuss, right? Cat in the Hat. Okay. Then we need to know, what unusual murder weapon did she use? Now, it has to be something that you would not normally be able to kill somebody with. So how about some suggestions for an unusual murder weapon?
A Q-tip.
A Q-tip. Excellent. So a Q-tip is the murder weapon. Dr. Seuss is the person who was killed. Now, where did this murder take place? The last bit of information that they have to get out of Lisi. Where?
We've still got some weapons coming in.
We need a location for the murder, a place.
I do like Miss Burke's suggestion of a bubble wand. That was good too.
Bubble wand is a great weapon.
Oh, in the ballroom.
In the ballroom, a ballroom, like a dancing room, right? Like a dance studio, a ballroom. Okay. So once again, Dr. Seuss was the person Lisi murdered. She murdered him with a Q-tip in a ballroom. All right. Okay, let's bring in our hardened criminal for her interrogation. All right. Go ahead. Start the grilling.
Hey, yo, come sit down.
I don't even know why y'all brought me into here.
Oh, I think you know.
I didn't kill nobody.
You killed one of the best authors in the world.
Yeah, was it all that rhyming that just really ticked you off?
Or like that prose?
I don't like reading, but let me tell you, Dr. Seuss, I just know it. Too much ramen in there. Too much ramen. I can't do that.
Excellent. Move on to the weapon she used.
Now, you see, what I don't understand here is how you were able to kill him with such a small object.
So skinny, too.
Well, I do have my talents, not just riding the cows over there.
I mean, these are usually used by people to clean out their ears. I mean, how did you even kill him with it?
Let me tell you, I do have an addiction to Q-tips. So killing Dr. Seuss with a Q-tip was my best opportunity.
Awesome. And now finally, the location of the crime.
I'm just trying to understand why you two were even in this location together.
Well, why not be there?
I mean, these places are normally in hotels or really big buildings. I mean, how did you even get in past security?
I bet there was a lot of people there.
I mean, to do this in a ballroom, you know, I'm telling you, you finally got it out of me. I guess riding cows was not my thing. But to tell you that I did kill Dr. Seuss with a Q-tip in a ballroom, I sincerely sign Billy Joe. Boom.
All right.
That was, there you go.
How could you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Holy cow.
Thank
All
you for
right.
not giving me a monument.
Well played. All right. She's a dancer. That's why. All right. Okay. Our next game is entitled Film Noir.
Ooh.
There's Noah and Ethan as 2 characters in a classic film noir movie. During the scene, based on a suggestion you will give us, they'll be revealing their inner monologues in the style of the old detective novels by leaning into their cameras like this. And when they lean back out, the scene continues. Now, I need a suggestion for an unusual location for a film noir movie to take place. Let's get some suggestions.
Ooh, I like the gingerbread house.
Gingerbread house. All
That's
right.
good.
So our film noir takes place in a gingerbread house. Now we need a title for this film noir. The Maltese Falcon is already taken. That's a very famous film noir movie. But anything else is great. So some kind of title that's connected to the gingerbread house in some way. Let's have a title for our film noir movie.
Any titles?
Titles.
Drop them like it's hot.
Could be anything.
A touch of ginger.
A touch of ginger.
Ooh.
That's really nice. All right.
Just
All
a
right.
pinch.
Finally, Michael, our master of the soundboard, will be providing the appropriate film noir mood music for the scene. So button up your trench coat, pull your fedora down over your eyes, and get ready for a dark and stormy night. Take it away, Michael.
Say less.
It was a cold, rainy day, and it was the crime of a century. I tracked them here. The kidnapping of 2 German kids. They were in this gingerbread house. Hello, is anybody home?
I didn't know who was at the door. And so I went to go and check.
Can't hear the music, Michael.
My thing crashed. There you go.
Hello. What can I do for you, sir?
This was the ugliest creature I've seen in a long, long time. Second to my great-grandmother. But I knew I would have to play nice. Wow, you are just stunningly beautiful. I am here to ask a few questions.
First of all, I could hear that he was sarcastic when he said beautiful. I know I'm ugly. Second of all, I feel like he was on to me about those German kids. But I wasn't gonna let that show. Let me guess, you're gonna ask about the German kids. No! God!
I couldn't tell if he was trying to be secretive and not let his secret show, or if he was just telling the truth. Well, I did follow the crumbs all the way here, sir, Miss Witch.
That's sir to you. Now listen, if you want those German kids, you're gonna have to get me a lot of gingerbread. I already had a lot of gingerbread. But I didn't have any blue gingerbread. I was gonna see if he was clever enough to pick that up. So just give me some of that gingerbread, and then you can have your kids.
Lucky for me, I was manufactured in a company, and I am 40% blue gingerbread man. Here you go. Have my right arm.
It was hard to get off at first. But my God, is he tasty.
All right, well done.
That was good.
Okay, all right. In our next game, Noah, Ethan, and Alexa will be contestants on a dating game, while Lisi is the eligible contestant asking them questions to determine who she will choose as her date. Now, each of the contestants will be given an unusual personality trait, occupation, or famous character suggested by you. Now, Lisi's job is to try and figure out who they are so she can pick her date. So we need to ask Lisi now to turn down her volume. Okay. Now, I need to have a famous celebrity or person for Alexa. famous celebrity or person. Could also be a fictional person. Well known. Any suggestions?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. Are you good? Good. Okay, good. Okay, and now, what is something that Noah can be slowly turning into? Noah is slowly turning into what?
A Twizzler.
A Twizzler. They're so yummy.
That is okay.
Awesome. Okay, and Ethan is all the characters in what film, book, or TV series?
Hey, just say.
All the characters in the book, film, or TV series?
No.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Lot to pick from there, Ethan.
That's a lot.
Okay, all right. So let's just review to make sure everybody remembers. So Alexa, you are.
Oscar the Grouch.
And Noah, you are.
Turning into a Twizzler.
And Ethan, you are.
I am all of the characters from Star Wars.
Excellent. Okay. And Lisi, you can turn up your mic and begin your questions to choose your date.
Hello everybody. I'm here to choose a little date for me since I am very, 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 very single. So, contestant number 1, if you could take me to any country in the world, where would we go?
Well, I normally don't like to leave my trash can, so I guess I would just say my house.
Okay. Cute. All right, contestant number 2.
Sorry, what was the question again?
If you could take me to any country in the world, where would we go?
Okay, that was hard to tell because I don't have ears. But I think the best thing would be strawberry. No, raspberry. No, Canada. Canada would be the really good place to go.
Okay. Contestant number 3.
Well, I am pretty well known for, smuggling people around, getting you where you got to go. And I got to say, I do it pretty darn fast. I once made the Kessel Run in under 14 parsecs.
Okay. Awesome. Question number 2. Contestant number 1. If you were to meet my parents, what would be the first thing you'd say to them?
Leave me alone. I'm trying to stay in my trash can and eat garbage.
Yum. I like that. Contestant number 2.
I would say, hey, do you like just the family size pack or the mega pack or what is going on?
Oh. All right, contestant number 3. Okay. Nice answer.
And your final question, Lisa.
My favorite. All right. Final question. If we went out for a date for food, what type of food would we eat? Contestant number 1.
Garbage.
Yum. Can't wait. Number 2.
Me.
And contestant number 3.
Well, as an android, I am not programmed to eat regular food. I eat information.
Okay, so Lisi, it's time now to pick your date.
Well, since I don't like robots, for contestant number 3, well, since I don't like,
You know what? There's just something special about you. There's this force that's dragging me in.
Oh.
This special force. I feel like I could just grab you and pull you to me.
Okay. Well, I guess if I had to pick a date, I'd go with Oscar the Grouch from the dress.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But what about?
I would not go with you know, the man turned into a ice cream bar.
Turning into something sweet. It's chewy and comes on a string, kind of long, and you bite it.
We're not red vines.
You know, a Twizzler.
Yes.
No, I actually really don't like licorice, so you are just not a good match for me. I'm sorry.
But what about the other date? The one? Do you have any idea? I mean,
You know, apparently he was feeling a force, which I'm not feeling. He made a really weird noise before. Didn't really know why. But
I mean, he would probably want to take you on a walk in the clouds, like a skywalk.
Oh, well, since Luke Skywalker.
He's all the characters in.
Oh, the cast of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good. All right. Excellent.
Yeah. Garbage.
Ethan, by the way,
Okay.
Ethan, by the way, never make that noise again.
Yeah, that was so scary.
That was
I can't make Chewbacca noise.
Has,
That's right. Okay. The next game is called Last Line and features Jillian, Lisi, Alexa, Mai, and Michael. Now, in this game, Jillian will begin by giving a speech to a convention. She's an expert on a topic that you're going to provide. At some point, I will ring the improv bell, and Jillian will stop. Lisi and Alexa, who are next in line, will be playing some kind of relationship suggested by you. And they will have to begin their scene on the very last line spoken by Jillian when I rang the bell. Then sometime during their scene, I will ring the bell and we will go to Mai and Michael. Now, Mai will be giving something to Michael suggested by you, and they must begin their scene with the last thing said by Lisi and Alexa before I rang the bell. It then goes back to Jillian, who continues her speech with the last line said by Mai and Michael. You get the idea. So can I have a topic for our expert Jillian to be giving a convention speech about?
Underwater basket weaving.
Underwater basket weaving. Jillian, so you're...
I didn't know that existed, but we're going to do it.
Yes, indeed. Underwater basket weaving. Okay, you're an expert on that. Now, how about an unusual relationship for Lisi and Alexa?
Jailer and inmate.
Jailer and inmate. Very good. Wonderful suggestions.
Okay.
And finally, what can Mai be giving? Some physical thing can she be giving to Michael?
Let's let the chat catch up.
Don't let it be Chewbacca.
We won't make
Don't
it
want
too
that.
bad.
if it's
Buds.
Chewbacca, I'm gonna throw a riot.
I heard that wrong. Sorry.
Hi.
Did I hear ketchup?
Ketchup?
Great. A bottle of ketchup. A bottle of ketchup. So once again, Jillian, you are an expert in what?
Underwater basket weaving.
And Lisi and Alexa, what is your relationship?
Jailer and inmate.
And Mai, what are you giving to Michael?
Ketchup.
Okay, good. All right. So remember, when I ring the bell, the last line that is said becomes the first line of the next group in line. Let's get started.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming to my exhibit. Most people don't know about underwater basket weaving because you think basket weaving would happen above water, but no, it's much better underwater. The first thing you have to do...
It's much better underwater.
This would be much better underwater. I don't want to sit in these cement block walls anymore.
Well, I don't care. It's what you get for murdering all those children.
I didn't touch anyone.
Well, the jury seems to think...
Stop. I didn't touch anyone.
I didn't touch anyone to make this ketchup. Here.
Thank you. I love ketchup. It's very fruity and plumpy.
No,
Just like my grandma or whatever. But thank you for this bountiful ketchup. I appreciate you. You are a wonderful person. Yeah. So
You are a wonderful stop. You are a wonderful person.
You are a wonderful person, and that is what you have to say to start the ritual of underwater basket weaving. You must first be happy with yourself. So compliment yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back, like so.
Give yourself a pat on the back, like this.
Give yourself a pat on the back is what you shouldn't do because you are such a bad person.
Well, I didn't do anything, but if you're not gonna believe me, I'll just stay here while you ridicule me with all these accusations.
Well, the jury didn't seem to believe you either.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, I did try my best to lie. Apparently I'm not very good at that.
Apparently I'm not very good at that.
Apparently, I'm not very good at eating, so this ketchup isn't gonna stand well in my stomach or in my mouth at all, so you should take this ketchup back.
No, because it does not taste like ketchup.
What do you said it was ketchup. What are you talking about?
Actually, it's kind of...
I'm just getting news that the underwater basket weaving competition is starting. I'm so excited to watch it. How about you guys? Oh yeah, but let's get back to the tutorial. So, DIY underwater basket weaving. All you have to do is take this underwater seaweed, ingest it, and you'll be able to breathe underwater. It's fantastic. So you're gonna go in.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic the way that I have learned to make this stuff up.
Make what up?
You know, that, I murdered children. You know, I said I didn't want to be here. Yeah, well, I have a crazy, crazy wife at home. I did not want to be with her.
Stop. I have a crazy, crazy life at home.
Listen, I have a crazy, crazy life at home, so whatever you did to that ketchup, if it's even ketchup, it does not involve me.
You have a crazy life at home. I'm crazy myself!
I'm crazy myself.
I'm crazy myself. I didn't know that underwater basket weaving was a thing, but all you gotta do is go under the water and do your normal above water basket weaving experience, and it's just fantastic.
Good job. Okay, great.
You're very passionate about underwater
basket
weaving.
Yeah.
Are you not?
It's like basket weaving, but
I thought you took reference from Barbie about that seaweed thing.
I know. Thank you for catching on.
All right. Our next game is called Musical Intro and features Michael.
Let's
One of our
do it.
favorite games. They will play a scene from a made-up musical. As is the case in musical theater, scene will build and build and build dramatically until they have no choice but to break into song. So can I have an unusual topic for this musical to be about? A topic that is not normally a subject for a musical.
Tying shoes.
Tying shoes. Oh, great. So this is a musical about shoe tying. Shoe tying the musical. Okay. Now, we need to have some kind of relationship for our two actors in this musical, our two musical theater performers. What's their relationship in the shoe tying musical scene?
Boss and employee.
Boss and employee. Excellent. Okay, so remember that the scene starts off as in musical theater where you're just playing a scene and then it builds to the point where you have to burst into song. So this is shoe tying the musical and your relationship is boss and employee. And let's get the show started.
Noah, I want you in my office right now.
Okay. Okay, sir.
You are magically in my office. I came here to talk to you.
Yes?
Because you cannot tie your shoes.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know that was a requirement for working at Vans.
Yes, you need to be able to tie your shoes. You keep tripping over the guests. That is not okay. That is so inappropriate.
I only wear Velcro!
You gotta start to learn to wear shoes that have laces. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I can't figure out how to do the loopy loop or whatever.
This is your paper of resignation. I want you out of this door now.
What? But, please, let me learn. I will learn to tie my shoes just for you. Please, just let me learn. I will learn to do it for you.
No! I said no! You will leave this door right now. I will not see you anymore because you can't even tie your shoes.
Please, let me try. I will be the best shoe tire in the store. I'll make more sales. I'll teach the kids how to tie their shoes if they even buy these things.
But I said no. I said no. You cannot wear Velcro.
Hey, all right, well done.
That was so good.
Yeah,
We'll make that an actual musical.
That Velcro line, A+.
Yeah, that was funny.
Thank you.
All right. Our next game is called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and features
I'm ugly.
Michael. Now, in this game, each of our players has a piece of paper. One piece of paper says good, one says bad,
I'm a good
and
noodle.
one says ugly. Okay? Now, they will be each give advice to questions asked by you. The first answer will be a good, legitimate answer. Second will be not so good. And the third has to be horrible. After each question, the players will switch cards. So, does anyone have a question that they need advice about? Go ahead and type it in.
How to take a pregnancy test.
All right. So, this person needs to know what to do about taking a pregnancy test. Okay? First, the good advice.
Wait, who's good, bad?
Good will start off with Jillian. Bad will be
Oh God.
Ethan, and horrible will be Michael.
So, so it's quite simple. The worst thing to do is get stressed about it. Just take a deep breath and pee on the stick. That's all you got to do. And don't worry about it. Take a deep breath before looking at the results. You'll be okay.
Okay, very good advice. Good. And the bad advice?
Well, you know how your parents are always so naggy about how they want to have grandkids and all that junk? So really, you should use this opportunity to get back at them. So you should visit their house, pull down your pants, start peeing on the pregnancy test right in front of them, and say, "Look, I'm pregnant."
Okay, that is definitely bad advice. I don't even want to know what Michael's going to say. Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. I can't top that. Well, I obviously agree with what Ethan said, but instead of that, you're going to wait 9 months and have that baby. And what you're going to do is you're just going to put it on your parents' bed and wait for them to come in so they can see that you were pregnant all along. And they never knew. Apparently, they didn't see anything. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pee on their bed.
Okay.
You're just going to pee on their bed.
All right, great. That's definitely worse advice. Great. All right, let's have another advice question. You guys switch it out.
What should I tell my child when they ask if Santa is real?
What do you do when your child comes to you finally? We all have this moment as parents, and you have to figure out what to say when your child says, "Is Santa real?" We'll start with the good, which will be Ethan. The bad will be Michael, and the ugly will be Jillian.
Oh.
Okay, the good, Ethan.
Well, you know, kids are just incredibly smart, and your child probably already has a suspicion. So as long as you're honest and sincere while giving the speech about Santa Claus, everything's going to turn out just okay.
Excellent advice. Very good. Very sound. Very good. And the bad advice, Michael?
Well, if you want your child to forget and just like not believe in Santa Claus, you want to scare them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna dress up as Santa Claus, and then in the middle of the night, once it's Christmas time, you're gonna go to their bedroom and then shake them awake and start yelling "ho ho ho" at the top of your lungs, and then just leave.
All right. Okay, good. And worst advice, the ugly advice.
Unfortunately, I completely disagree with Michael. It's all about the presentation here. I mean, it's Christmas. So all you got to do is take the dude from the mall that probably has a pillowcase and a shirt with a fake beard, and you're going to bring him to your house, murder him, and wrap him up in a present, put a little bow on it so that they can open it on Christmas, and then they'll just know. You don't even have to tell them.
All right. That is definitely worst advice. Okay, good. And one final advice question.
My goodness.
How do I take care of my body odor?
How do you deal with body odor? How do you take care if you have bad body odor? How do you take care of it? We'll start first with the good is Michael, and the bad is Jillian, and the ugly is Ethan. So Michael, the good advice about how do you get rid of bad body odor?
This is simple. Whoever asked this question, this is the most simplest, question ever. The correct answer is hygiene. Just make sure you take care of your body, like every day. Shower, make sure you put deodorant on. Make sure after you go on a big run or you work out, make sure you go shower. Make sure you have good hygiene, because good hygiene equals no body odor. And
excellent advice. Thank you very much. Jillian, the bad advice?
4 words. Don't do a thing. Do not put on deodorant. Do not take a shower. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to anybody.
All right, good. Just go ahead and smell bad. All right, great. And now, finally, for the worst advice, Ethan.
Well, BO is just your body's natural scent. It's part of your personality. And if anyone tells you to change that, they're telling you to change who you are. So what you should do is once you wake up every day, take at least one swim in the sewer. Get all of that delicious smell on your body, right? So once you are just smelling absolutely ratchet, you want to make sure you're wearing some kind of tank top or something. Go up to that person and just go, "Oh, I smell amazing."
All right. Okay.
Delicious.
Excellent. Wonderful. Never psychiatrist, Ethan. That would be a bad thing for your patient. Okay.
That got me.
Debate is our next game. As you all know, we're entering election season and candidates are already engaging in debates. So Improvisations is going to join in the fun. And like most politicians, our candidates, Lisi and Mai, will have no idea what they are actually talking about. So we'll need to have them turn down their volumes so they cannot hear. Good? Okay. Now, I know you two are supposed to be politicians, but no cheating. All right. Now, while they're out of earshot, we're going to determine their debate topic, which will consist of 3 words. So to start, I want an adjective or describing word like flabby or spiky. Let's not make it too easy.
Not leathery.
Slippery.
I practiced yesterday. What is it?
Slippery.
Slippery.
That's
okay.
a juicy adjective right there.
Slippery. Awesome. And now we need a noun, a person, place, a thing. Again, let's make it interesting and not too simple.
Platypus.
Platypus. Slippery platypus.
Platypi.
Awesome. Okay. And then finally, we need an ing verb like laughing or spelunking.
Well, spelunking was mentioned earlier.
Sorry, that's in the example.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a cave.
Oh.
It's when you spelunk.
Thank you.
Going into caves.
Now I get it.
This device is ready to pair.
Oh.
Do we have one, Miss Dryer?
Let's see. Skating.
Skating?
Ooh.
Skating.
Too easy. Let's have a harder one.
That hurt.
Let's go. What about frolicking? How do we feel about frolicking?
Frolicking is perfect.
Frolicking.
So once again, we want to make sure that that everyone understands. Our debate topic
right now.
that they don't know that they have to guess is slippery platypuses frolicking. Awesome. So we're going to get our candidates back in here. So go ahead and turn up your volume there. Okay. Now, since these two have no idea what their topic is, we're going to provide them with political aids, Alexa and Jillian, who are allowed to communicate with them using only gestures and mime, no sounds allowed. Great. Now, our candidates will be alternating every time I ring the bell until one of them gets their whole phrase, all three parts, right? The adjective, the noun, and the verbing. So we'll start off with candidate Lisi, okay, to start the debate. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I am here for my debate today. It's been a rough morning, so sorry if I just, blank out a little bit. But today we're going to be talking about slippery. Very slippery.
Wow.
Yep. Maybe I'm not having a bad morning. Maybe it's all good. But today we're going to be talking about slippery, fish, ducks. We're going to be...
Which?
Okay.
Hello, this is Mai from all 7 continents, and I'm here for a debate on slippery. Her screen froze. What am I supposed to see?
Screen froze. Step in there. Noah, step in.
What? Step in.
Is it going?
Okay. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
it's going.
You're fine.
Baby carding. What? Heading. Flopping.
Remember to
Today,
now.
we're going to be talking about slippery boxers, slippery dogs, slippery, very confused, slippery fighting, slippery canines.
Slippery kung fu, ducks, puppets, Perry the platypus.
Yes, platypus is right. Okay, keep going.
Walking around cheerfully, happily, excitingly,
Remember, it's a verb, ing. Okay.
hiking.
Lisa, you're up.
Oh, sorry. We're going to be talking about slippery platypus frolicking. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, today we're going to be talking about slippery platypus frolicking in, the meadows of the world.
Excellent. Well done.
I thought it was a verb.
Wow.
I'm really happy I didn't have to step in there. I was like, shoot, how do I do this?
Not hatching.
We have one last game. It involves all of Improvisaance, and this is entitled The Brain. Now, Improvisaance is going to be the smartest being in the universe, a giant brain. And they will be able to answer any of your questions about life, love, science, or anything else that you've ever wondered
Pursuit
about.
of happiness.
Being only one brain, however, they can only answer in a single word each. They only represent one brain cell. So when they take off all their hats, we know that their answer is complete. So it works like this. How are you doing today, brain?
I
am
doing
terrible.
Now their hats go off, and we know that they're done. Awesome. Okay, so we need some questions for you guys to offer, to type in, of things that you've always wondered about, but you just weren't smart enough to know the answer to. The brain
How do I tell him that the baby isn't his?
How do you tell him that the baby isn't his? We'll assume it's like maybe
you
should
first
run
away.
Okay, all right. So the first thing you should do in that situation is run away. Not the best advice, most responsible. Okay. All right. Another question for the brain.
What is the best thing to get at Starbucks?
What is the best thing? There's so many options at Starbucks, and you're in line, and you have to only have a few seconds to get your order. So what is the best thing that you should buy at Starbucks, brain?
coffee.
Well, all right. There you go. Now you know when you're in Starbucks and it's time to order coffee. Who would have known? Okay, and another question for the brain. Something about science of life.
What is some good advice for aspiring young actors?
Oh, so young actors breaking into the business, what advice do you have for the young actor who wants to make it big in film or theater?
Will.
No.
When?
The
Time.
What?
Well, all right. That's really good advice, I guess. I'm not quite sure what it'll do for your career, but okay. All right.
You'll know.
And how about a couple more questions for the brain to round out our evening?
Oh, Brain, what is the meaning of life?
Oh, this is the question we all ask ourselves at some point. It is the deepest question man has ever asked himself as a species. What is the meaning of life, Brain?
There.
Is.
So.
Many.
meaning.
Of.
Dying.
What
did he say?
Did you say dying?
Yes, I said dying.
Oh.
There are so many meanings of dying.
In. Big.
Womb.
All right. Okay. So it's a little depressing. We don't want to end that way. Let's have one more question with a little upbeat answer, please, Brain.
Everything's about birth.
Who should really be the president?
Oh,
in 2020.
Oh,
Anybody.
be careful here. We don't want to offend anybody. So, who should be president, in your opinion, Brain?
Elmo.
I would agree with that. I would vote for Elmo in a minute.
I stand.
Awesome.
Scouts honor. Scouts honor.
Thank all of you
Scouts
for joining us for our first virtual Improvisaance show. We hope you had as much fun as we did, and we hope that you will have an amazing summer and enjoy your time in quarantine and hopefully out of quarantine really soon. Keep laughing, and thanks a lot from all of Improvisaance. Bye.
Go class of 2020.
Bye. 2020.
2020.
Bye.
Yeah.
Woo!